Hey there, welcome back. Would you like to know who is snitching on you? On the YouTube page, we went over the issue of privacy and how it is circumvented at United States Postal Service properties. On the patron page, we went over how personal jurisdiction is gained through service of process in about 2 or 3 different videos. Let's speak about how you're being snitched on. 26 CFR 301.6212-2. Definition of last known address. We're all aware of this debt collectors and auditing companies called the Internal Revenue Service. We also know about a commonly used messenger company called United States Postal Service. And some of us know that there are different types of jurisdiction. There's in-rem jurisdiction, and then there's personal jurisdiction. In-rem being a thing. Personal jurisdiction, specific to the man or woman. But then there's territorial, aka venue. Then there's subject matter jurisdiction. And then there are other derivatives that come out of that, like original and supplemental jurisdiction. When it comes to joinders of party, especially on a federal level, where certain types of criminal contentions exist, whereby they can just do the indictment beforehand, open the case against you months or years before you're even aware of its existence. And then all of a sudden they're enforcing some type of warrant to which you are unaware of its origin. Or in other cases, certain proceedings will take place. And here you are, the everyday man, doing business with the USPS. Especially if you're sending things like priority mail. They'll usually type into their system who it's coming from and who it's going to. In some cases, you might even order some things from the website. In some cases, you might even have business accounts with them, right? Well, do know that all that information is not protected. Last year on the patron page, we went over the intricacies of how basically the USPS sells your information and the importance of the necessity to remove it. We've yet to speak about exactly how to do it, but for those paying attention, they can put 2 and 2 together and know that the trust matter, paired with an injunction, the copyright issue. Should read a link to all that. In the video shown last year on Patreon, we showed some of those parties. But before continuing, just know that the solution to everything in this video is already on the website. It's called the database injunction, which is basically regarding anyone who has sold or shared any information regarding your property or things legals, because that's the medium in commerce to which you are presumed to interface the enclaves and representatives of the United States. Whether you realize it or not, since you have been in middle school, high school, that same ends legals information has traveled a long way. All the way to the point where you first got employed. A lot of people go on this website where they look at the monetary value of the ends legals, but specifically tethered to the Social Security. I'm not speaking of Treasury Direct. It basically shows a list of companies who have basically affiliated themselves with ends legals by selling. Towards the end of this video, I'll be showing that specific website. And once you get that specific tool called the database injunction, I'll show you step by step of how you can look up your information and you will see the list of entities which you'll be sending that database injunction to, specifically the USPS, and more so specifically that video we did on the patron page around either this year or last year regarding the people selling your information. For those on the Patreon page, this is the name of the video. It's called Privacy 101: How USPS Use Your Information as Trademark Product. We'll basically go over the same Code of Federal Regulation, but more so specific to the details of how USPS turns it into a trademark and some of the parties that they sell it to. In addition to those parties mentioned in this specific video, the Privacy 101: How USPS Use Your Information as Trademark Product, towards the end of this video, I'll be showing you the instructions. Those other list of people to which I'll be showing you will also be the parties that you'll be sending the information, the database injunction to. And of course, like most other documents, the database injunction will come with basic instructions reiterating these basic things. But nonetheless, moving on. General rules. Except as provided. So what is a data broker? Do you know such a thing exists? We hear about real estate broker. We hear about vehicle brokers. We hear about warehouse brokers. Many different types of brokers in their field. You know that in the realm of information and technology, there are people called data brokers. People are familiar with going on social media, or they speak about something, or they search something in their search engine, and then it starts giving you a suggestion based on ad. See, those ads are a very small part of how data brokers work. Data brokers do more than just use your information for ads. Data brokers sell your information to entities, publicly or privately. And the way whether or not you've realized it or you're not realizing it, makes no difference in the fact that that information has been out there since you were young, since you were a baby. One contract after the other, one contract after the other. Whether it's at a store or a school, think of it. Your information is out there. And data brokers are buying and selling it. And you need to put up the complete 29-minute videos on the Patreon page. Take care. Best of luck.